Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about primers. I know for a lot of people this is a very necessary step in their makeup routine, and I feel like more people than less use the primers under their foundations, which is great, of course. If you think that this is what you want, this is help you to prolong the longevity of your foundation, this is something that will make your skin look better, that's great. To me, this is not exactly the necessity, but I do love to use primers. Not always, but depending on my needs and depending on the foundation I'm using. In general, my approach to beauty and skincare is that, well, your skin should look good, moisturized, and I find that if your skin in good condition, you don't need a lot of other products like primers or special blurring powders, or I don't know, there's just so many products you can pile on your face, and you can all avoid it by simply concentrating on the condition of your skin. And yet we're here to talk about primers because primers do change the look of your foundation, of how your foundation look like during the day. And also, if you have oily skin, primers can bring like they can solve a lot of like problems. And if you have red skin, you can also make your skin look better and prepare it for foundation. So okay, let's talk about primers. I picked up my go-to primers in different stages of my skin. During the year, I have dry skin, I have oily skin, depending on the season. In winter, I have on the drier side. In summer, I have on the oily side. I have a kind of a normal to combinational skin. So, okay, my favorite and the ones that I've been using for years is by Benefit is Pore Minimizer, PoreProfessional. Now, I always have the mini version of it because I like to take it with me in my cosmetic bag, and since it has a little bit of a it has a beige, it's almost done. You see, it has almost like a beige tint to it. It also can be served as of a under eye concealer. I mix it with the under eye concealer actually, so my concealer stays longer and doesn't crease. This is my trick and I use it all the time. So I like that it has this concealer like tint. It's very much pore minimizer, like it says, pore minimizing. It's just really blurs out all the pores, and it has a very smooth and velvety finish. So I love it a lot, and especially in summertime, it's my savior. Now, another one that I would go for in summertime is by Prime&Fine Pore Refining Anti-Shine Base by Catrice. It's this product is, I wouldn't say it's as blurring as the Pore Minimizer Professional, but I would think this is more of a, it has on a dewy finish, and yet it's mattifying. I don't even know how to express it. Like, it does reduce the shine, but it doesn't make your face look like flat matte, which is great. So if you want to use, sometimes you want to use only the primer and the powder on top of it, right? So it's good that you wouldn't have that, you know, flat effect on your face. It's really good one. I really like it, and yeah, it's like anti-shine basically. It's if you have a dry skin but you have an oily T-zone, you just put it on the places where you need it, and that's it. It's really good, and yeah, and it's a drugstore product, which is very affordable. Now, another one that I really like, and I basically use it, I think it's like the most used primer. It's by Bioderma, and why I like it, because it has also beneficial skin properties in here. It's sort of a moisturizing, and it's good for sensitive skin. It's good for also if you have little irritations and you don't want to pile on some, you know, chemically induced product. This is great. I use it all the time, especially in this area, because in winter I have some redness here and I feel like this soothes it as well. So I love this. I get back to this all the time. This is Pore Refiner by Bioderma. Now I showed it already. If you have a blemish prone skin, I would say that Bare Minerals do really good products in general. Their makeup always combined with the skin properties, like beneficial skin properties in there. Whether it's a foundation or concealer, they always have some vitamin E or some, you know, something that will be also good for your skin, which is great, and I love that concept in general in makeup. Now this one is Blemish Remedy Mattifying Prep Gel by Bare Minerals. Now this one I always go to when I have periods of problematic skin, when I have breakouts, when I also have some irritations. Most of the time when I have breakouts and I think, okay, I need this. It's lightweight and it's gel. It just smoothes your skin, your complexion, and it's really great for foundation. I would say if it's also great for oily skin. It doesn't have to be like acne prone or blemish prone or having breakouts. It's just if you have oily skin, it's also great because it's pretty mattifying. Now, okay, and going to my primers that I would use when my skin is a little bit on the drier side, or I feel like I need more luminosity to it, because, you know, especially in winter. This is my go-to in winter times, or like, I don't know, maybe even now, because I feel like there's not enough sun, my skin look pale and dull, and you know, it's just always those moments like March, April when you want to look better but you're still post winter. Now this one by the brand called Bielenda, it's actually a Polish brand, and I think they have a lot of I've been researching their brand actually because I really love this primer. It has the pearly beads in there, and it's so similar to the Guerlain. It's practically identical. I have to say that the effect it gives, it's illuminating. It really makes your face look very dewy and, you know, like full of light. It's a very nice, fresh looking effect, and I even like to use it on its own and maybe to put some powder in the places I need it, and just to be with this, you know, primer, because it just looks great. Yeah, there are some primers like this, you know, you just feel like, okay, this is the look I want. Especially if you have some tanning products, you know, your face is already a bit like tan and you don't really feel like having like foundation or something, but you want to have like a smoother and complexion that has a little bit of luminosity in there. So this is a great product. Of course, you can go and have like other products that bring a luminosity to the face, because Givenchy has one and Guerlain has one. I do believe that you can always find something in between, because primers are not exactly the products that I would say I would splurge like 100 euros on, because I really believe that I'd rather buy a very good serum or moisturizer and have my skin like well moisturized and looking bright and good, rather than, you know, primer, which basically is going to give me effect only like when I use it and that's it. So, and if I have good skin, I don't even need a primer in the first place. Now, if you have a dry skin and you just want to avoid a lot of products before you start your foundation. I think that this product combines like moisturizer and a great primer for foundation. This is the cult product, French pharmacy cult product, Embryolisse. I hope I pronounced it correctly. This has been in the market for probably over I don't know, 60 years. I know that the first time I found out about this cream, it's like a very thick for dry skin. It's very moisturizing cream. They have also light version, but this one is like a more dense version. Well, dense, I mean it's in a tube, obviously it's not that dense. It's amazing moisturizer. I think I found out about it when I was reading the interview with Catrice, and she was saying that this is the only product she's been using for all her life. And basically it's the product that many French actresses use during all their lives, and like old generation, nowadays generation, like they all talk about this cream as their basic lifesaver in the cold weather, and when they want to look very, you know, they want to have their skin very moisturized. And this something that a lot of makeup artists use as a primer for foundation. Yeah, it works this way. Now I cannot say that it's actually new to me. I haven't tried a lot of it, like just, you know, actually I tried only once. Yeah, it's a new thing. But I have to say, I do prefer a good moisturizer as a primer than actual primer. So to me, it would be something that I would go for. Unless of course you have a oily skin, and then of course you would want something that would mattify your skin. But we're talking about right now about the, you know, if you have a dry skin or you have mature skin and you need more moisture in there, this Embryolisse is a really good option. And as a moisturizer, great moisturizer, day and night. So this is it. These are my choices of primers. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have a special primer you really like. I would love to know about it. And see you next week. Bye bye.